Welcome. For anyone not on Patreon, I've been quite ill lately, and there won't be a movie reaction this week. Instead, I'm going to be talking about some of my guilty pleasure shows. I'm going to keep this as spoiler-free as I can beyond the pilot episode, but I wanted to show a few scenes just to give you a flavor. Remember, they are not market substitutes. Please support the original. Get ready to laugh because I'm going to be super honest right here, and you might see these shows and be like, what? We're going to start out with H2O, Just Add Water, and its sequel, Mako Mermaids. From what I can tell, this is an Australian show meant for tweenage girls, and apparently me. Sorry. The funniest part of this is hearing them say woulda, because it happens a lot on the show, and I just can't unhear it now. It's always woulda. So this is the main villain. I'm pretty sure it's filmed on the Gold Coast, and that is half the appeal. It is so gorgeous here. Here they are, receiving their powers in the moon pool. I kind of love the effect here. I mean, it's basically a jacuzzi with cool light, and I could see little girls pretending that their bathtub is the moon pool.
Do you know anything about mermaids? Are you crazy?
Cleo, this is really serious. If anyone found out about this, we could be in big trouble.
There is a way for us to find out more.
How?
Go back in the water?
Oh,
No way.
we got a water.
Not me.
About 10 seconds, right? Yep. 1,
And bloop.
3, 4, 5.
I really love the mermaid costumes they have. And then these scenes just happen throughout the series of showing off the beautiful reef, basically. The plots are always pretty superfluous. That's not what this show is about. This is what it's about. So, I don't know, it's just so calming. The next one is anything but serene. In fact, it is so melodramatic, I would log it as a comedy. And that is Rain, the benchmark of the worst costuming. This is the epitome of, let's put everyone in a prom dress. No one will notice. It's kind of like Game of Thrones, but for teenagers. The line of it's so bad, it's good again is here, and Rain is like way past it. It is hilarious to watch. This is vaguely the story of Mary, Queen of Scots, and I mean very vaguely. I might have to take it out, but the soundtrack for this show is just so much fun. Also, have I mentioned that Queen Susan is in it? Everyone in this is so beautiful. It's visually spectacular. Other than, you know what? The costumes are just so horrendously bad that I love them. I don't know why. I mean, what are they wearing? What is this braid she has going on? I have no idea. And this is another reason I enjoy this show, and that is because of her. She is just a boss in every scene and just gets better and better.
To the happy couple.
Don't drink the wine. Have I seen this a few times? Maybe. This scene horrified me the first time I saw it, when she kicks her shoes off and starts dancing. But now it's just a mood. You know, I just love her. Look at this. It is the most ridiculous scene, and I don't know, there's a sense of freedom to it. We are overrun by Scots.
We're overrun by Scots.
Rain is living proof that you can be a terrible show and still be so much fun. This next one is an example of how it's an adaptation of a book series that I really enjoy. Very loose adaptation. So loose. And yet it has these moments where it's really good. It's, I think, shot in New Zealand. You can definitely tell. Beautiful scenery. And I love Kaylin, who is arguably the main character. She was taken straight out of the books. The other characters, not so much. My favorite scene of her in the book series that unfortunately we never got to in this is when she's walking through this army encampment with nothing but a knife right here hidden, and she's just taking people out, walking around. She's so cool. The costuming in this is wonderful, especially when the Mord Sith arrive. The main reason I don't think this works as an adaptation is Richard. The actor seems very nice, but he's not Richard. And then they made a lot of changes. The thing they do well is they get you right in the action. I mean, look at this. And the magic, of course, is always fun. I have a cosplay of this dress. I won't bore you with the details. But look at the baddies here. They're so cool looking. The show just needed a little more time, a few more seasons, maybe some better writers, and a better Richard. I'm so sorry. You're a great actor, just not in this role. Speaking of magic, we have Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. Such a silly, silly show. And let's be honest, we all watch it for Salem.
Thanks. It's a cauldron. Wow. Even better, I can, put my pens in it. My aunts try hard. But you have to admit, they're pretty weird.
You have no idea.
I mean, come on, that's why we watch the show. That and I never went to high school, so all of this is just kind of fascinating to me. It's as strange as all the magical witchy stuff.
A black pot? Doesn't anyone shop at the Gap anymore?
Oh, a Gap reference. Brings me back to my childhood.
Can you wait till I finish my milk?
Did the cat just talk?
Yes.
Yes. And get this stupid hat off my head.
Oh my god. I just turned the most popular girl in school into a pineapple. Why? Because it's the only thing you taught me how to do. Chill. I can fix this. Trunks or rings? Hilda, there are other ways.
Also, her aunts are just so funny.
It's 10 million light years away. But there's a shortcut through our linen closet.
Of course there is.
Trill, did you remember to feed the candle?
Who thought of these things? It's just such a ridiculous show, and it owns it. And somehow it always makes me smile. Those have all been scripted shows. I do enjoy a few reality shows when I'm not feeling well. These are my 3 go-tos. And for some reason, they're all on Netflix, which is very handy. This is Get Organized with the Home Edit. 2 best friends got together to start an organization company. Basically, they turn your complete chaos drawers and closets and rooms into perfect order. Color coordinated, labeled. I follow them on Instagram. They are amazing. And for those of us who are a bit OCD, it feels so satisfying. Plus, their relationship is so much fun. They're basically sisters at this point. The show is a mix of celebrities and just regular people that they're helping out. This one is about Neil Patrick Harris and his husband and their kids' playroom.
We own a company called The Home Edit. We have a product line, a best-selling book.
I do have some of their products in my closet. The key is lots and lots of little boxes to keep everything separated.
For days. Although if there's American Girl stuff, I'm
oh yeah, definitely.
Right, so
love American Girl.
Our new client this week is Allie out in Brooklyn, and it's going to be a fun project. It's her kitchen.
Ooh, kitchens are my favorite. Zones are another key, especially in like the kitchen. Put the baking stuff together, for example. Not only is it educational to watch the show, it is just so calming and centering. I always feel better after I've seen an episode.
Serving things like teacups. Yeah, like this is.
I'm sensing a tea station coming.
This is.
That's why you have to take everything out, assess what you have,
make a huge mess.
Understand your.
Making a mess before it gets better. Ooh, oh.
Fun is the matching game. Hold on. The Tupperware matching game is so fun. Okay. Ding, ding. All right. Tupperware are very
See, so much better.
Pull them out just like a drawer. If you don't have bins to use as drawers, it kind of becomes a graveyard in the back because you're just shoving, but you're never gonna get back there.
Speaking of incredibly heartwarming and just makes you feel better after watching an episode, the new Queer Eye. I adore each and every one of them, although Bobby is my favorite because he went through some similar things to me. Also, I mean, decor is the best. I love decor. This show really did change my life significantly, I would say. Not only did it make me feel more accepted as someone who's LGBTQA, but also Tan kind of made me reevaluate my wardrobe a little bit. If you've been watching my videos a long time, you'll notice my weight tends to go up and down a lot. And I work so hard at my dieting and exercise as much as I can. I'm on a pretty strict paleo other than I allow wine. And what he taught me is that if you have lost a lot of weight, like I went from basically size 16 down to size kind of 5, not quite 4. I can wear 4, but it's tight. And 6 is a little loose on me and it falls off. So I'm like size 5, but there isn't a size 5. So inconvenient. Why is there no size 5? But that's a question for another day. And I was walking around these huge baggy outfits because I'd lost weight, but I was like not confident enough. I couldn't put on something that fit me. I was not at a psychological place where I could do that. And Tan very gently was talking to some other people on this show about that very thing. And I was like, oh, okay, you're talking to me. And I went out and got a couple of pieces that really fit me. And he was right. It was so hard to put them on and wear them out in public the first few times. But once I did and I gained that level of confidence, I felt so much better. I really did. It's something that actually fit properly. So thank you to this show and the team behind it. They have just the right balance of speaking truth, but in a kind way. I'm just picking an episode at random. You can watch these in any order you want. It doesn't matter. They work with quite a variety of people, which is really fun. Ugh. Bobby, please help this. Part of the fun is when they come to someone's place and just start trying stuff on and having fun and bringing so much joy. See, look at this. It's just so cute.
Like, this is a beautiful breadbasket.
What in gay hell?
I do not know. Why is there a ceramic kitten under a grown man's bed?
Anthony taught me how you chop bell peppers. I am not kidding. So I've been doing it where I try to like take the core out and seeds would get everywhere. I would try my very best to like pull it out gently. Did not work. One of his little tips was, no, you slice away from it. So you slice the edges off of the bell pepper and then you're left holding the core and all the seeds, and it works brilliantly. It changed my entire cooking with bell peppers. So thank you. Queer Eye.
I want to show you it with a different shirt. I like that.
Oh, I like this one.
This is what I found in your mom's
Yes.
closet. This is your dad's hat.
Put the hat
Step
on.
that look up. Don't
Oh
be
yeah.
afraid to step
Oh
that
yeah.
look up.
This is my favorite part, which is the reveal of what Bobby did. Before, after. Oh yes. And it's always so personal to whoever it is.
Here's the countertop.
So much better. I don't know why it's so satisfying. It really just is. Maybe it could be because I'll never be able to afford my own place. I just like live vicariously, I guess. Last but not least, especially if you're over on Patreon, you've seen me do reactions to this. Great British Bake Off. This is my #1 go-to when not feeling well to put on. Also, kudos to Netflix search because all I did is put GBBO and it popped up. Take notes on this, stars, please. You can't find any of your own shows. Same on Paramount. I put Lower Decks one time and it was like, huh? No show like that here. No, you have to put Star Trek Lower Decks. I have a question for you. What is your favorite week on Great British Bake Off? Cake, biscuits, bread, pudding, pastry, patisserie. I can say this, I can't remember which episode it was, But there was one where they were attempting to make brownies, and it was the most hilarious thing I've ever seen. Almost as funny as when they attempted to make tacos. I was dying. I was falling off the couch laughing. They were so... They couldn't even say pico de gallo.
What's pico de gallo?
Pico de Gallo.
Interesting. Pico de Gallo. This is the first time I've heard them.
I'm going to go with Biscuit Week because usually the final thing they do as the showstopper is this incredible decor piece with Biscuit. So I'm going to go ahead and click on a random Biscuit Week.
Wow, that's a big bag. How are you going to get it out the wheelbarrow?
Self-raising.
Wow. Have I mentioned the bad jokes are part of it? Oh no, not a soggy bottom. Let's go straight to the showstopper. What will it be?
Morning, bakers. Welcome to your showstopper challenge.
Okay, I think this is going to be one of my...
I haven't watched this season in a while, so I cannot remember.
You're going to be making biscuit board games.
It needs to be at least 40 centimeters in diameter. It needs to have at least 8 elements.
The biscuits can be any...
Sweet. What board game would I do? Terraforming Mars. That would be perfect because you do a round biscuit and you could make the little forests to put out. That'd be great. And the oceans. I'm hoping for something beyond checkers and chess.
Sophie is making a simple snakes and ladders
Okay,
board.
all right, classic. Oh, Candyland. That would be another great game for this. I just thought about that. I miss that game. Can we have like an adult version that's more complex? I just loved the theming.
I've made up a game called Get to School because, you know, there's all the challenges of
how
getting to school and all
creative.
the things they've got to do and all the things they forget.
To try and win a Good Boy Star biscuit.
Oh.
This is my Jumanji board game. It's like one of my favourite films and like when I was small, and a lot of animals come out of the board game.
Jumanji. But I think you get the idea. I just love how creative everyone is and supportive. If someone needs help, usually there's 10 people there to jump in and help them. Although it's competitive, it's mostly competing against yourself, trying to be your best and do better than you did last week. Even the judges, as much as we'd like to joke about Paul, ultimately he's very nice about things. And Prue, who is kind of a newcomer, well, I mean, I guess she's been here for a while now. I've just been watching for such a long time. She's still like the new person. But I love her. She enjoys like boozy stuff. And she is just such a great personality. Really good choice on a replacement. Thanks for coming along with me as I look through some of my shows that I watch when I'm not feeling well. I hope you enjoyed this. I just wasn't quite up for a long movie reaction, and I wanted to wait and give it my best. Didn't want to be low energy for that.